Barbecue Central.
Start the game! Let's go!
We'll do it live. Okay. Well, do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
So to get that perfect barbecue, you use wood. Are you sure it's safe? Whatever. We put the lighter fluid on, strike your match, and... Oh! Should we call the fire department? That might be a good idea.
Good evening and welcome to the really big Barbecue Central show. This is the show that talks about all things that are important in the world of barbecue and grilling. The show originating from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city, Bomb City, USA, Cleveland, Ohio, the barbecue capital of the North Coast. I'm your program host, Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard here on your Tuesday evenings, a live fire, fun, and frivolity show. If you'd like to get in contact with the show this evening, or you would like to follow the show during off-show hours, here's how you do all that.
You can get in touch with the show by sending an email to Greg at thebbqcentralshow.com. Follow us on all the social media channels at BBQ Central Show. And be sure to subscribe to the show podcast feed on your favorite podcast platform.
Anything else you want to find out about the show can be found at the main website, thebbqcentralshow.com. And here's what's happening. In case you didn't get the newsletter, coming up in about 12 minutes from now, he has been a guest a number of times on the show this year and a few times in years past. You might recognize him from Barbecue Showdown, the original series, as the runner-up. And a guy who's going everywhere and cooking everywhere, Rasheed Philips, Philips Barbeque Co. will be joining us for the first segment tonight, and we'll be talking about last-minute Thanksgiving shenanigans and tomfoolery. We'll be doing hot take alerts, and then we'll close with Rasheed, and then we will welcome in a former Tennessee embedded correspondent of the show and a man who has challenged me this very evening to a theme song contest. Steve, not to be outdone by anything I do, I start an internet barbecue show. Steve starts an internet barbecue show. Somebody makes a AI-based theme song for the Barbecue Central show. I think Steve goes out and makes an AI-themed, AI-generated theme song for his show, Owl's Nest Barbecue. And tonight we will play them independently of each other, and we will ask the good fans of this show, who has the better theme song for their show? Get in the Smoke, or whatever the song title of Steve Ray's song is. I don't know. It's probably not very good. I haven't even listened to it. I will be listening to it for the very first time along with you this evening, unless you're a follower of Steve Ray, and I'm sure he's posted about it. I'm sure he's made it his lead-in music to whenever he does his show. If that's even still a thing, I don't know. But we will have a contest as we wrap up the first hour, and then we will move to the second hour. And it can't be any more fun as we lead into the Thanksgiving Day holiday. Fourth Tuesday of the month can only mean this. Four Horsemen? Good guess. No, the embedded correspondent. A star-studded cast of characters will rejoin me once again. We will have 100% assurity statements. Did I just say questions? I said embedded correspondence. We have a litany of 100% assurity statements tonight. Some of them are Thanksgiving-based. Some of them are competition cooking-based. Some of them have nothing to do with anything food-related. And, of course, you know how we're going to end it tonight. And it's anybody's guess. I said at the end of last month's embedded correspondent, please, everybody, come to the table and say yes. because I guarantee that I will have used the Jess Pryles everyday carry steak knife. Will my hypocrisy yet unveil a whole new level of itself as we work towards the end of the show tonight? Or will indeed my hypocrisy know some limits and I will have used the everyday carry steak knife? And that's not even the would you rather YouTube poll question of the week. I'm just teasing it as we get ready to start the show here tonight. So that's how the show lays out here this evening. Rasheed Philips of Philips Barbeque Co. shortly. Steve Ray after him. And in the second hour, the embedded correspondence. Plus your feedback and your text messages and all that fun stuff as you see fit leading into the Thanksgiving holiday. Don't forget you can follow me socially, Instagram, the Twitter, TikToks, the Snappy Snaps, and the LinkedIns, all with the handle at BBQ Central Show. Of course, we say good evening to those of you watching tonight through one of our video streaming platforms. Facebook.com/BBQ Central Show is a place you can go to watch, or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show. And we are asking everybody this, the aforementioned Would You Rather YouTube poll question of the week, including all guests, which will be asked tonight as well. Would you rather face a fork in the road or be forced to pick between three doors? Not a lot of context here. For me, fork in the road takes it, and holy free holy, if I can say that, right off the rip, we are deadlocked at 50-50. 50% of you are saying you want the fork in the road with me, and 50% of you are saying you would rather choose between three doors. That's 50-50, or as my friend Crackhead Bob would say, 50-50. I can't wait. Never have we had a 50-50, or should I say 50-50, right off the rip. Usually it's one way or the other, and by a long shot typically. But right off the rip, here we are at a deadlock, a stalemate. So let's go ahead. Results of the poll question from last week. Would you rather wear a monitor that beeps when you're lying or you're attracted to someone? It ended 50-50. Wow. So let's start here tonight, and we have some large positive feedback for our guest in the second hour, Todd Bullock, Hey Grill Hey. And many of you said you've done a lot of research, a lot of deep diving through the internet, the Googles, Yahoo, Hey Jeeves, Ask Jeeves, whatever it was, Firefox, Microsoft Edge was in on that too. Search engines abound. Trying to find the singular story of Todd Bullock of Hey Grill Hey. Indeed, you said no, there was nothing that really documents his side of the story. A lot of it is just Susie, and if Susie isn't doing a ton of podcasts, doing the whole retrospective like we've done with her in the past. And I thought it was going to be incredibly important to get Todd's, not side of the story, but the way Todd saw it as it was unfolding, since we had never done it as a joint effort with Susie all these years, since Todd and Susie have been quarterly guests. And since Susie was unavailable last Tuesday, I said, Todd, would you consider sitting in? Almost like when Rochelle Reed sat in for Malcolm that one time. And let's get the Todd Bullock side, the run-up of Hey Grill Hey, and then when you leave your job and you and Susie are now doing Hey Grill Hey as your full-time job and built it into a juggernaut. It's got to be one of the most financially successful online ventures in live fire without even batting an eyelash. One of probably only a real handful that can sustain a multi-million-dollar top line. So congratulations to Todd. Thanks for all the feedback. And by the way, David Ewell sent an email in from a couple weeks ago. He said, Greg, listening to you and Robert Moss, technically Virginia does have a 3-star Michelin location. It just happens to be listed as part of the Metropolitan DC Guide. The Inn at Little Washington has been 3 stars for a while now. Just saying, love the show, and thanks for the cigars. Regards, David. But David, wait! I sent that along to our friend Robert Moss, where you were trying to prove me and him wrong. And he quickly sent back, as soon as I turned that email to Robert F. Moss, he sent back an email within 24 hours with a link showing that the inn at Little Washington had been demoted to 2 stars. Get that weak stuff out of here. So, David, maybe next time before you try and spank Robert F. Moss, dare I say Dr. Robert F. Moss, on the hiney with a little, you might know something a little more than he does, do a little more research on the Michelin Star Guide, because they were dropped to 2 stars. I'm not saying it's a contest of who's right or who's wrong, but Robert Moss is right. And that's why he's on the show once a month, teaching us about culinary, the history of barbecue, and things that were crazy, like when people in Cincinnati were dumping tons and tons of ribs into the Ohio River, which still might be the most scandalous thing I've learned all year. It might be all year the most heinous thing I've ever heard in my life, uttered on this show in 2025. Tons and tons of ribs being dumped in the Ohio River by people from Cincinnati, no less. How dare you? Gang, are you looking for more smoke flavor out of your pellet grill? Yes, of course you are, because let's be honest, sometimes it can taste more like a fancy oven. You think, or do you want that stick burner flavor? Yeah. You want not the stick burner work? Yes. Unless you enjoy tending a fire all day long, smelling like a campfire for nothing short of a week. Hey, look no further than the smoking pecan pellets. Smoking pecan pellets are made out of 100% pecan shells. That's right. Nothing but pecan shells. No filler, no binder, no artificial flavor enhancers. Your meat will thank you. Your wallet might thank you too after you realize you're not paying for sawdust. Smoking pecan pellets are made from first time reading, evidently. Smoking pecan pellets are a premium cooking pellets that burn hotter, last longer. That means your pellet smoker will consume less pellets compared to most other pellet brands. More time to relax, less time refilling. It's like a mini vacation. Their pecan shell pellets have a robust flavor that pairs well with a variety of meats, including beef and pork and chicken and fish. Even your weird Aunt Mildred, who only eats boiled chicken, might actually enjoy this. That's right. Get the smoke, burn the shells. It's a lifestyle, really. Promo code for 10% off your next order at smokinpecan.com. That's SMOKIN, smokinpecan.com. Use promo code BBQ Central for 10% off. Who doesn't love a good discount, especially when it comes on delicious barbecue? I do. Again, code BBQ Central at the website smokin, SMOKIN, smokinpecan.com. By the way, one of our friends corrects me saying it's not pecan, it's pecan. Let's ask the guy from the South when he comes back on here in just a moment. Rasheed Philips is in the green room. We'll get to him next. Stand by.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Broadcasting live from the Barbecue Central Show studios in Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All right, welcome back. This portion of the show being brought to you by Fireboard, makers of the Fireboard 2, Fireboard Pro, Fireboard Spark, Fireboard Beacon, and the wireless Fireboard Pulse. When you use the Fireboard app, you have total access to all devices anywhere in the world. Find out more by visiting fireboard.com or call 816-945-2232. Ted Conrad might actually answer the phone himself. I want to clear something up right away. Drunken Hunky 457 in the chat is obviously a watch guy. I just want you to know, this is a Seiko mod. This is not a Rolex Pepsi, nothing like that. This is a Seiko modification watch. It kind of has that Pepsi feel. 100% not.
Andrew,
This is not a Pepsi, okay? I don't roll like that. I ain't got it like that. I ain't in front. Not going to do that. I'm never that guy. I'm not trying to pass it off. Anyway, my first guest tonight is the owner of Philips Barbeque Co. You have seen him on the TV. You've seen him cooking at various live barbecue events, and you listen to him or watch him or both on his weekly This Week in Barbecue podcast. Racing to the hotline, and welcome back our pal Rasheed Philips to the show. Rasheed, we have a new this or that YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody, including all guests. So we ask you, would you rather face a fork in the road or be forced to pick between three doors?
I would choose a fork in the road.
Fork in the road. All right. I was fork in the road as well. However, we are deadlocked at the right from the rip here tonight. So 50% like the fork and 50% would rather choose between the three doors. Three doors has a little bit of game show feel to me. I'm not a game show guy necessarily. Fork in the road means you're choosing that direction. You could run right off a fucking cliff. And that's just what you picked, and you got to live with it. So I'm more black and white like that.
Agreed.
48 hours or less from now, Rasheed, Thanksgiving will be here. If you forgot to pull the bird out of the freezer and jam it into the thaw box, and I'm just reminding you now, are we screwed?
Safely, yeah. But if you grew up, like mom, take the freezer out, take the chicken out the freezer, before I get home, you're putting that thing in a stainless steel bowl and running water on it all night. So 6 in one hand, half a dozen the other.
That seems wildly unsafe.
Hey, growing up black, that should be your next segment. There's just things that happen where, you get that call and you forget and you're like, crap, I got to get this thing thawed before she gets home.
Believe me, as somebody who grew up black, I can tell you that is 100% correct. Best alternative to turkey for Thanksgiving is?
Whole chicken.
We're staying in the poultry family. We're not going to go ham or brisket.
No one's got the time for brisket if they can barely nail a turkey. I ain't got much faith in them knocking down briskets either. At least with a brisket, they can't cause a grease fire when they're trying to deep fry it. So
you deep fry a turkey guy?
I do a smoked deep fried turkey. I'm doing a Cajun lemon pepper smoked deep fried turkey this year.
So we're smoking it first and then finishing the hot Earl?
Yeah, indeed.
What? Oh, well, I was just going to say, I was going to ask you as I was coming back. I have a friend who yells at me for saying Pecan as pecan. And I view myself as a professional orator. I have been known to give people direction if they are speaking incorrectly because it is the English language. We should learn this. But, some people are offended by that, whatever. So I was told one time on this show by a number of people from the South, hey, it's not pecan, it's pecan. I said, okay. And I started calling it pecan. And then my friend said, why you say it like that? It's pecan. And now I am in turmoil. I'm vacillating between what's right and wrong. We turn to the expert, Rasheed Philips. What's right? I
say pecan. It's like caramel and caramel. Like what? What are you talking about here?
It's not caramel?
No, it's caramel. Where are you putting in all these extra letters? What's happening here?
Well, so it's pecan for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then it has to be pecan. We have northerner and, you're southerner, Georgia, but also way more southerner than that. Jamaica to start, right?
Deep south, yeah.
Yeah. So pecan. So pecan it is. I will say pecan going forward, even on the reads. A month ago, one of my 100% assurity statements, as I'm calling them now, was, do you care about the live fire meetup in Hondo, Texas? And there was a split dais. A lot of people said no. A couple people said yes. I said no. And then the event happened. And then the ensuing social media posts and recaps and all of this started coming forward. And I saw who was there. I knew you were going to be there, but maybe you were the marquee guy. And I'm not saying anybody else was lesser, but like you're the guy that everybody knows that's bringing people in for ticket sales and whatnot, or the demos, whatever the hell's going on out there. It was Rasheed and then also a cavalcade of live fire stars, of course. So I said, maybe I need to rethink all of this. And the more I saw, the more I kept rethinking. And I've changed my answer now. I should have cared a month ago, and I have now changed my answer 30 days later after learning what all entails at a live fire meetup. So somebody who was there, give me the recap on what the event is like, what you do there, and why I should have cared 30 days ago.
Oh man, it's Willy Wonka's chocolate factory for pyros, responsibly, right? I mean, literally, we have a Ferris wheel of Weber kettles, a functioning Ferris wheel of Weber kettles rolling around. TMG Pitch has brought out a double decker showstopper rig. Dancing party up top, roll smoke down below. Gather grills, the most ginormous fire table I've seen, custom rigs by Big Javi, Al and the crew and Mike and everybody put together such an amazing thing. So if you're into live fire, this is where you're going to come. You're not going to see a lot of traditional smokers. You're not going to see a ton of 1,000 gallons or 250s or fives or verticals or anything like that. You're going to see a lot of just pure flames, a lot of shovels moving coals, a lot of burn barrels going down, a lot of open protein. If you want to really be blown away, you're going to see a 600-pound steer split down the middle and slow cooked all night. That's the good time. You got to hang out at that. That's where it's at.
This is the event where you have big iron things that are bent and meat and fruit and shit's on hooks and
It's a fire coop.
Is that, I don't want to make it seem like I'm worried about getting sick all the time eating and food safety, but is that a safe way to cook? Is there enough heat being put on the proteins to stave off any of the nasties?
When I do it, yeah.
I mean, can you speak for everybody else there? I mean, what kind of an attendance or how many cooks are there?
There are north of 250 pyros that show up, and then what was it, I think this year, 7,000 or 8,000 attendees. There's more people that come to the event than there are residents in the town of Hondo.
Wow.
And that flew from Germany, Austria, Australia, Argentina, Buenos Aires, Guatemala, everywhere, all over the globe. And as far as that, that's one of the big things we do take extremely serious. There's usually a lot of jokes, but the food prep and safety, because we're feeding the town. These are people in Al's backyard, right? So we don't want to get anybody sick. There's clean stations, top-notch commissary, probes everywhere. But yeah, definitely a good time to come out and enjoy.
Was this widely publicized as an event you could buy tickets to?
Yeah, it's definitely widely publicized. It's on the news. It's so big that we announced as well that we're having the first ever Open Fire Championship in Memphis in May next year. So there's going to be teams that are submitting to compete on the world's grandest stage for barbecue for the first time in almost half a century. Nothing has been added to Memphis like this before.
And it's an invite.
Yeah, for that, it's 15 teams submit to be invited. 5 made it just off of winning at the competition at the Open Fire. But there's still 15 that can submit and see if they can make it in.
How do you prove your open fire cooking skills to make the cut?
Oh, you've got to show your prowess, showcase your skills the same way you prove it to get into that list originally in Memphis.
Can I videotape myself out back cooking in a burn barrel and hanging meat from hooks and fences and all that shit?
Yeah. You can. The whole submission is going to be going up soon. It's going to be a good time, man. I'm looking forward to being part of it as the ambassador and host again this year.
You're not cooking?
No, I'm going to let everyone else have some fun. No, trust me, I'm going to light something on fire. That goes without saying.
How does who gets the ball rolling with Memphis to even get that entertained? That does seem like quite a departure from them, but it does seem like maybe they're trying to, not say get relevant again, because Memphis in May always relevant, but trying to change things up a little bit maybe?
I think Memphis is showing the world stage for barbecue, and everyone loves barbecue, right? But it's not visually appealing anymore. I can't see that brisket cook. I can't see those shoulders. And unless you've got a pitmaster pass, you're not stepping in a Big Mo or Lily or Heath section without security fending you off. But live fire, you can be 20 feet away and watch that show. You can see there's no hiding it. There's no tricks, right? Not saying there is with a rig, but you've got to know what you're doing when the flame is open to all the elements. So it's a nice, it's like conducting a meat orchestra, if you would.
Was this brought to both competitions that week and one chose it, or just brought to Memphis?
That is, that's an interesting question. Politically correct answer, Memphis saw the value in what Al was creating and respected Al enough to take him seriously.
Yeah. All right. Hot take alert.
Oof. Yes.
Live fire cooking events like these have taken the place and taken the popularity from competition barbecue and what it did for the industry about 10 years ago.
Oof. I don't think it has yet, but it will. It will. Because once people see this on the stage, definitely. I mean, look at a perfect example. I was part of a little TV show that aired on a little network. And when you compare the challenges from the show I was on and how I went about it to the following seasons, you see a lot more flame and a lot more meats now. And you're even seeing that in all of your other barbecue-based shows. So it's making its way, and it's definitely going to shift things a lot.
Not a fad.
No.
Hot take alert. Rasheed Philips says, wash your chicken?
Yes.
What?
Yes, I do. And everyone gave me crap, and I was waiting for it, right? Everyone's like, oh, you're no chef, blah, blah, blah. I never said I was a chef. But then I played a clip of Bobby Flay answering the question. And I'm like,
Shocking.
now what are you going to do?
It was shocking.
He's white, and he's a chef. So you can't even say it's a black thing. What do you want to do now? You know, but yeah, wash your chicken.
I want to know why. Like, how are you washing your chicken? Like, what are you getting out of it?
For me, I think it's a cultural thing. I grew up on a farm. So for us, it was a lot of, just fully purified. These were the chickens I'd see running around. So we'd rub it down with vinegar, rub it down with lemon rind and lime and work that skin. And you're also tenderizing it because of the acidity in the vinegar and the lemon juice, right? So you're already starting to layer and put flavors in there instead of just popping it out of the packet and hitting it with salt and be like, yeah, the heat kills everything. But does it taste good though?
I buy the tenderness stuff. I don't. Yeah. For the people that are telling me they're purifying it or clean, like, I don't buy it because vinegar, okay, maybe a little bit of killing here and there. I don't know if vinegar kills salmonella all the way or not. If you have it, I do subscribe to the fact that if you're washing it in a sink, it does splatter around. If you're not keeping a house, I'm not saying everybody's dirty, but if you're not cleaning around the sink, you have potential of cross contamination there. If you're going to tell me I'm sticking the chicken in the sink to wash the slime off of it, all right, you're just rinsing the meat. I get really confused, and I want to really take people to task when they start tossing the word wash into it, because I don't think you're washing shit. You're not doing soap. You're not doing bleach. You're not doing anything like that. So, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, for me, like I said, culture basis and add tender. I'll leave it in the vinegar. I'll leave it in the lemon and lime juice so that it eats it away. And people are like, oh, that doesn't do anything. I'm like, tell me you've never had ceviche without telling me you've never had ceviche. And they look at me crazy.
Never had it.
I was like, what do you think ceviche is cooked with? Lemon and lime acid with a splash of, red wine or red wine vinegar or distilled white vinegar.
Yeah, but
Same
it's fish,
thing.
though, right?
That is fish, but acid still eats. Like if you put a skirt steak in a, Ziploc baggie with lime and lemon juice, you forget it. That acid is going to eat away at it. It's going to cook it down. That's just what happens. So same principle.
Hot take alert.
Yeah.
Rasheed Philips is the hunkiest guy in live fire right now.
That is a lie.
What? That's a lie?
I wish.
Who's hunkier than you?
I wish. I mean, have you seen my guys? They're coming for me, man. Like Chuck Flavor Train is down, 40 pounds.
Hardly hunky.
Running and,
no offense
and working.
to Chuck. No offense to Chuck. Hardly hunky. Who else is hunkier than you?
I don't know. It's a long list, and I'm at the end of it.
Modest guy.
Long list, and I'm at the end of it.
All right. Hot take alert. People posting at the gym who aren't health influencers, it's kind of lame.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't subscribe to it.
No.
I don't subscribe to it because I feel like it's a part of even health influencers, right? I know people who aren't chefs that post their kitchen. Doesn't mean they're trying to influence things, and it's. I also think it's just it can be an accountability. I think I don't subscribe to it because I'm part of that group. I've got a ton of guys now who are trying to get better, and that's one of the way we hold each other accountable. I'm like, if you did it, don't show me, show us all, and it makes people like, dang, I didn't feel like working out today, and Steph is already out at the gym, or Chuck is already running, or whatever. It's like, dang, all right, let's get it. I'm still there, fellas. I haven't fell behind, so it's public accountability.
So you do seem to post. Not a lot, but there are some fitness things in there in the Rasheed Philips feed. Have you become more fitness focused, or is it just something that you started to share?
No, it's actually about 5-6 years old. I've been sharing it for a long time. People are just now noticing it. People forget that I used to post every single day when I was losing weight. I was overweight. I was almost 400 pounds.
What?
And yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I lost weight because, for those who don't know, I lost my father because he had 3 heart attacks in 2 days.
Whoa.
And on his 1-year anniversary of his passing, I said, I don't want to go out like that. So I started running. And I ran a mile in like 21 minutes and sucked wind in my driveway and said I'd never do it again. And then I did it every single day for a year, and I lost over 100 pounds. And now I tell my guys, like I told Chuck, I was like, brother, I love you to death, but you got a little girl at home and I need you to be healthy for her. Like, you trying to walk her down the aisle. There's not a lot of us that are over 60 in this field carrying this weight. Start moving. And I had that conversation with a lot of guys.
I want to ask you about that. This is nowhere I thought we were going to go, but you mentioned it. Yeah. Every day for this job, have difficult conversations with my employees, with my customers, all that stuff, and I relish it.
Yeah.
This conversation that you're having, I have wanted to have with people who really mean a lot to me. I don't know how to even start that conversation without them potentially being offended. I don't. Part of me doesn't care because I care about their health. Part of me goes, who are you to even say anything? Like, who cares? Like, what do you care? They're going to hear it. You're not the first one. It's in an. How do you connect?
I speak to them where they're at. I won't say this person's name because I won't put I know they wouldn't want to put their business, but I went to him earlier this year and I said, brother, hey, I know what you're doing. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, I see you doing the big man pull. And he got red. He's like, what? I was like, I'm seeing you doing the big man pull where you're pulling your shirt, or you're trying to cross your arms, or you're trying to stand at an angle, pulling your shirt down because it's pulling up whenever you move. You're trying to hold your stomach in like you're trying to bump people. And I'm like, I was there. I was the big, like, that's why I see what you're doing because I did it. And all I can tell you is just start slow. Like, there's nothing wrong with where you're at now, but you can't be there forever. I said, cut out some sodas, walk, hit the heavy bag, do whatever you can. And he messaged me a couple of weeks later and he's like, man, I really needed that. Like, no one's actually, and when you do it, pull them aside. Like, no one's actually pulled me aside and actually spoke to me like that. And I've done that to numerous guys because if I care about you, I want you to win with me, right? I don't want you going out. I've had guys almost pass out because of their weight. They're not able to withstand. I'm like, hey, perfect example. And Thyron will tell you. That's why I don't mind mentioning Thyron. Thyron will tell you. 2 years ago, last year, Smoke Slam. It was a rough situation. I had to pull him into the walk-in and sit him down and drench him and hydrate him. And the lecture, like, bro, you are not doing well. And I called him. I was like, I'll get you a workout plan. I'll put you in touch with some people. And now you see him. He's lost a lot of weight. He's still going. So it's a hard conversation to have. But I think in our industry, just because it's hard doesn't mean we still can't have it. Like, I'd rather say, hey, I at least had that talk with you than I got to come see you with tubes and stuff, or next time you come to an event, you got an oxygen tank wheeled behind you. I don't want that.
Or worse.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be at after Thanksgiving?
After Thanksgiving, I'm heading to Austin. Kareem El-Gamesh and I were doing a team-ups from KG Barbecue and Philips Barbeque Co. We're calling it Kingston Meets Cairo. Taking over his location Saturday and Sunday, December 6th and 7th. So we're going to infuse our world. So you're going to get some jerk lamb, some smoked oxtail, some jerk chicken, and meld with his amazing Cairo and Egyptian flavors. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you're in the area, come on by. My share of the proceeds, I'm donating everything to feed the hungry Jamaica to help with the relief efforts. Because the hospital I was born in is gone.
Oh.
It doesn't exist anymore. I've lost friends. I've lost family over there. So this is my way of trying to help give back and rebuild.
Rasheed, you are the best. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll meet back up again soon. Appreciate it tonight.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, brother.
All right, take care. Rasheed Philips right there. Great conversation as always, and some great insight at the end there. It's true. There's 5, 6, 7 guys I want to have that conversation with, but as you know, so Rasheed had some struggle there, as he had mentioned. I don't think I've never struggled with weight. Struggled with where I believe my fitness is, but I've never struggled with my weight. So maybe that's harder coming from me, right? People don't want to hear, yeah, what do you know? You're skinny. I hear it all the time. You know how to cook? I mean, look, do you even eat? I get it. All right, Steve Ray, I think, is in the green room. I don't think his camera's working, but it is Steve. Before we get to him, I'll talk to you quickly about Primo. What do we love about ceramic cookers? We love that they're fuel efficient. We love that you can achieve low and slow temperatures for traditional barbecue meats. We love that you can get rip-roaring hot for high-temperature grilling of steaks and other thin cuts. But what's missing in the everyday lineup of ceramic cookers? The real ability to do true two-zone cooking. Two-zone cooking is very important to both professional and backyard cooks alike, is the best way to manage a fire and cook with confidence. However, getting a two-zone fire in a round ceramic cooker isn't very realistic. Why? Because it's round. And a Primo and the game-changing oval design. The shape gives you the ability to execute that two-zone setup that you desire, also giving you the other ceramic grill benefits as well. And when you break it down, there's more than 60 different ways to cook on it. Here's the bottom line. Best ceramics in the biz, patented technology, true two-zone cooking capability, multiple sizes, only sold through dealers. Find one at primogrill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. We're back with a theme song contest. Stick around.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
And we thank Rasheed Philips for joining us last segment. PhilipsBarbecueCo.com. That's PhilipsBarbecueCo. PhilipsBarbecueCo.com. Link in the show notes. My next guest tonight, a Barbecue Central Show's guest Hall of Famer. He owns Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply and the historic Steve Ray's Midnight Oil in Ooltewah, Tennessee, if that's how you say it. We welcome in Steve Ray. Steve, hey.
What's up, Greg?
Steve, I hear you. I can't see you.
Well, this thing never works for me for some reason.
Did you use Firefox or a alternative browser like the directions mentioned?
I'm on
right.
Chrome. You said use Chrome.
You didn't read the email I sent you then.
Yeah, I did.
No, of course you didn't. There's 2 separate sections after that initial paragraph that say connection issues, have alternate backup, blah, blah, blah. That's all right. Nobody ever reads email anyway. We don't need to see you. We just need to hear you because tonight, as Doug would say, Steve has never looked better, of course. It's a little joke from Steve. So we have a challenge tonight where let me turn the reins over to you and go. You can go ahead and do the rollout of this segment.
Well, you had your AI song that guy did, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep.
So we were doing a bit on talk radio a couple weeks ago, and there was a guy listening, and I had mentioned an AI song, I think, and lo and behold, not a half hour later on my phone, I get the mayor of Altown comes flying in on my phone. I kid you not.
Yep.
And I played it, and it's probably the greatest show opening song I've ever heard.
Wow.
Including this one.
This one, like my show.
No, I think mine's better.
Yes, but so what I was saying, yours is better than mine.
I think so.
Yes.
And I think our listening audience might agree.
All right. Well,
because just remember, Doug.
Ahead.
I know I saw Doug in the chat room.
Yeah.
I buy his rubs.
Remember Doug.
I saw Joe Martinez in the chat room. I buy his pellets.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of people I do business with.
Yes.
And I don't you think I should expect support?
So you're not trying to tip the scales in some way, right?
No, but
if I'm reading into your statements, I would say maybe you're trying to gain favor with the threat of business being taken away. Certainly, I don't have the same option.
You can take it any way you want, but my song will stand. I will also just want to remind everybody that there is a line in my song that says "hero on call," which I think could be some of the greatest lyrics ever written. He's like a hero on call.
Yes.
A hero. Who has ever called you a hero?
He pumps that gas like a hero on call.
A hero on call.
That is the lyrical line. All right, so let's play. Should we play my song first as a quick reminder, or do you want to play your song first?
Play your song first because it'll be easier to compare, I believe.
All right. So this is Get in the Smoke, you might remember. So sit back, relax, enjoy this hair band theme song for the Barbecue Central show. Coming at you live. AI generated Get in the Smoke, WNBC. 9:42 chime time. Steve Ray is the next. Right now, it's this song, WNBC.
From Cleveland basements to the radio waves. The fire's burning, the passion never fades. Tuesday nights, the flames alive. Central lights gathered, the show survives. He's the voice of barbecue, the Godfather's call. Legends and pit masters, he's interviewed them all. Get in the smoke, let the fire take hold. Raise your lighter, stories told. Barbecue thunder, the spotlights glow. Rocking the pit on the barbecue show. "17 years and still going strong. White whales landed, he's played that song. Breaking the news, Hall of Fame on the line. With Connie's recipes, the stars align. He's the flame that never dies, a barbecue hero with fire in his eyes. Get in the smoke, let the fire take hold. Raise your lighter, stories told. Barbecue thunder, the spotlights glow. Rocking the pit on the barbecue show.
All right, we'll end it there. We all know how that song goes. Let me turn to Steve. I mean, there's some really great lines in there too, right?
There's a few.
A few.
I like From the Basement in Cleveland, the way it starts. I like that
Yes.
part.
Yes. All right. So now we have, for your consideration and evaluation, Mayor of Owltown, in parentheses, Steve's Midnight Oil. And I have it queued up here. Steve, by the way,
Yes.
would you rather face a fork in the road or be forced to pick between three doors?
Greg, whenever I come to a fork in the road, I take it.
Yes. All right. So now 62% of the YouTube voting public would also prefer the fork in the road. And without further ado, Mayor of Owltown. Oh, country. All right. Coming at you, ladies and gentlemen. 946. 14 minutes to the top of the hour, and now we got Mayor of Owltown, Steve Ray, WABC.
Well, down in Ottawa, when the sun goes low, there's a glow at the corner where the good folks go. A man with a smile and a pit full of flame. If you're talking about barbecue, you're saying his name. He pumps that gas like a hero on call, smoking up brisket like he's feeding us all. If you're driving through at midnight, better roll down the glass, 'cause Steve Ray's cooking kicks any other place's ass. He's the mayor of Owltown, sitting high on the hill where the tanks fill up and the smokers stay filled. Fill up your truck with that midnight oil, fill up your belly with love and a little hard toil. From grills and smokers to rubs and that shine, Steve Ray's a man, yeah, the one of a kind. Honk your horn if you can't stop him this time, but next time you roll through, you better pull in the line. Got hickory burning and seasoned oak bark, pit rolling slow like a tune after dark. Folks driving miles just to taste that plate, 'cause Steve Ray's barbecue, man, that flavor won't wait. He knows every truck, every rider, every friend, keeps the pumps running steady and the brisket on trend. In Ottawa town where the alcohol's late, there's a king of the smoke, we just call him Steve Ray. Sitting high on the hill where the tanks fill up and the smokers stay filled. Fill up your truck with that midnight oil, fill up your belly with love and a little hard toil. From grills and smokers to rubs and that shine, Steve Ray's a man, yeah, the one of a kind. Honk your horn if you can't stop him this time, but next time you roll through, you better pull in the line. Tailgate nights and that barbecue smoke, stories get told and jokes get broke. He's the heart of the town and the king of the pit, and if you ain't tried it yet, buddy, you ain't lived. Mayor of Owltown, keep the pit fire bright, keep the pumps humming every day and night. Fill up your tank, fill up your soul with that Steve Ray flavor that never gets old. Honk as you pass if you're running by. Coming, better pull in the line.
Very good. That's Steve Ray's the mayor of Owltown. Both songs AI generated. Steve, I have to say, the beat was infectious. The singing, nothing short of a Jason Aldean, if that's a country guy or not. But two things. Country music sucks. And my song, I know I'm biased, but my song pulls deep through chorus after, or through verse after verse of some of the most obscure, some of the most minute portions over a 20-year genesis of a show. Yours is very surface level, very a lot of Steve Ray. I don't even think you really are a barbecue cook necessarily. I don't know. It was very cursory, very shallow in its offerings from a content perspective. I assume you don't feel the same.
Pumping that gas like a hero on call.
I don't even know what that means, Steve.
That is gold.
I don't even think that makes
gold.
sense. Pumping that gas like a hero on call.
I guarantee you, Doug and Joe and Andrew Barnhart, they're all sitting there tapping their feet to that song.
All right.
Swaying back and forth. I saw you getting down jiggy with it.
I'm just trying to help a friend out here. All right, so let's go to the YouTube poll that is running right now, and just say Steve or Greg as far as who you think has the best theme song. And then if you would like to email in if you're watching somewhere else and not here on this show, then you can email in Greg at the bbqcentralshow.com. Voice of barbecue, the Godfather's Call. That's just a line that Doug had thrown out there that I thought was also pretty inventive. Yeah. What's selling well in the store right now, Steve, as we really get into the teeth of the holiday season?
Oh, man, brine kits.
Is that a shock? Like, I'm surprised brine kits are a thing, to be honest.
Oh, it's huge down here. It's huge. I've got Malcolm sent me a dozen of his, and I got 2 left. David Bosca's are about sold out. Lane's rubs, they're about gone. I just got a new shipment of Matt Pittman's.
No Susie Bullock brines?
Pardon what?
No Susie Bullock brine kits?
No, I forgot to order them, and I feel terrible.
Wow.
But that will not happen again. I will get some between now and Christmas, because Christmas is another good turkey time too.
Is it?
Yeah, down here. Hams rear their head, but turkey's still a big Christmas thing. We'll need some brines for that. And I can't believe I forgot to order Susie's.
Well, I mean, that's like one of their most popular items, according to Todd last week.
I heard him last week saying that it's all they do are their kids.
Yeah, it's like a 5-month
people like
project.
Those kids.
Yeah,
people like those. Be able to get something off the shelf and has everything in it that they need.
Yeah, but don't they have it at their home? Salt and water.
No, well, they don't have what Malcolm and Susie put in their kids, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, give me a break. All that other stuff is nonsense.
Well, you're not trying to make a living doing it, though.
I am not. I'm just here to tell you, if you got salt and water, friends, you got a brine, right, ready to go. Dump a little sugar in there if you want, but if you're a fool to think that flavors are penetrating or anything like that. Just go to AmazingRibs.com and learn the science behind all that and figure out what you got in your home and use that if you want. Hey, you want to spend that money? You go right ahead. God bless. I'm not rich like you.
I don't judge. We've got a no judgment zone.
That's right. You go ahead and do whatever you want, and if you're going to do it, go to Steve Ray's shop.
We'll even put ketchup on your hot dog.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You could wind up in the 10th circle of hell if you do that. But, that's why they have a 10th circle. How's grill economics these days, Steve?
Grill business is tough.
Yeah?
Yeah. Only thing we're selling right now are pit barrels. People get back to charcoal. They're getting back to charcoal. They're tired of flavorless food coming from pellet grills. They want some more flavor. And the pit barrels are doing well. Green Mountains are doing okay. Napoleon kettle grill's doing good. But that's not the big part of our business anymore. It was during the COVID, but when we first kind of started selling them. But now it's mostly pellets. We got a great selection of pellets and rubs, sauces, and the knives, all the little accessories.
You said you carry Joe's pellets. Those are the smoking pecan pellets.
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
Do you say pecan or pecan?
I say pecan.
Is that the right way?
That's the correct way. And I tell you, have you used them? Did you use them yet? Did he send you any?
I used them when they first came out, like 2 or 3 years ago. They sent me a box. And then, as I said, maybe a week or two ago, I don't think that they didn't get going. I just don't think there was like a real quick momentum build like there are on some of these products. And they were able to hang around. And, here they are again. Now they've partnered with the show, which I certainly appreciate. I was a fan of the product back then. I just couldn't find it. And I didn't want to order it online. And, now it's available in a bunch of retail stores. You're carrying it. So how is it being received by the consuming public in Owltown?
It's really good. We're going to have to order some more.
You order by the pallet?
We'll get a pallet.
Yeah.
I mean, my store's not that big. It's not like Melissa's 15,000 square feet down there in Mississippi. We've got about 3,500 square feet probably, and that's plenty big for what we do. But the pellets, they've got a good, they've got a good flavor, a good aroma.
I think they have a good aroma out of the box, like unburned, just in your hand. They smell really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I'm a fan. I'm a fan. People like they're little, the little books. They're about twice as much as a bag of pellets. We sell our pellets $15 a bag, and they're $30 a box. But that doesn't seem. Of course, this time of year, people are less price conscious. They'll buy most anything to set their food apart, because this is Super Bowl food season. They got to be good.
Steve, hope you have a great Thanksgiving coming up and a great holiday season. Visit Steve over at Owl's Nest BBQ, or if you are by his ever famous and historic Midnight Oil in Ottawa, Tennessee, stop by. But stay away from the intersection that he's always posting about where people are getting hit. Is that by your store, Steve?
Yeah, I've got a camera on it.
Lord, that's your camera?
That's my camera.
Oh my God! Never mind. Don't visit Steve.
I sell those videos to insurance companies.
Jeez, don't visit Steve. You're going to get hit. What is going on
over
there?
It's not my intersection, but isn't that hilarious?
Wow, it's
the last one I posted had over 30,000 views. It's incredible. That's why I put my logo on.
What's the fix?
Well, they got to. You'd have to see it too. They've got to go around to the red light. The red light's behind me, and they won't do it. They try to come in and out that. It's the intersection to go to Starbucks is real close to the off and on ramps of I-75. It's just too close.
Wow. I've never seen so many accidents, and Steve Ray's the king of
capture. There's at least one a week.
Yeah.
It's a terrible intersection.
Steve, have a great holiday. Appreciate you tonight.
You too, Greg.
All right, take care.
Thank you so much.
There's Steve right there. I didn't want to tell him, but it's unanimous in the instant chat. Everybody likes my song better, but of course, what are they going to say? Steve's on the short end of odds there, even though I think he was trying to win favor by threatening business. I can't confirm that. He's like, well, take it however you want. Okay, well, I know business. OwlsNestBBQ.com is Steve's website, by the way. OwlsNestBBQ.com. He does have a large Facebook presence as well. Always cooking up food. Said he will even put ketchup on hot dogs. A lot of barbecue being served over there. And oh, by the way, he's got a single-owned gas and service station. How many of those are even around anymore across the country? Steve Ray's got the world-famous Midnight Oil in Ottawa, Tennessee, or Ottawa, or Owltown, as the song says. We'll come back and wrap up the first hour. Stick around, we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Continuing to produce incredibly mediocre content in an exceptionally professional way. You're listening and watching the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
Trying to make sure my timing's right. We thank Steve Ray for joining us last segment. My theme song, AI generated, wins, although his is a close second. Again, country music is horrible. And the guy sounded like a Jason Aldean. Dean? D-E-A-N or whatever. Jason, Hicktown, that guy. And then the other song? Whatever those other songs are. OwlsNestBBQSupply.com. We're pointing to the second hour, so stick around. We'll be right back.